Morning, everybody. News Now Wyoming here, bringing another episode. This time we're just going to talk really quickly about a $27 million settlement for George Floyd's family. Holy cow. Not only is the cop on trial for murder, second degree, third degree, and manslaughter, but the family is getting $27 million. Holy cow. Personally, I think that's well above what it should be on as a citizen. But I do think it helps send that message out there of this is bad, this is not going to be acceptable. So let's go ahead and just take a look at this. $27 million. Holy cow. It is a record for the city. Brought by George Floyd's family. Attorneys for the family called it the largest pretrial settlement in a civil rights wrongful death case in U.S. history. Ooh, I didn't know that. I'll have to do some fact checking on that. But if that's actually the largest civil rights, so largest settlement for a 1983 case in U.S. history. I'll do some digging on that, because if so, wow. When he was horrifically killed, it was a watershed moment for America. Family attorney Ben Crump said at a Friday afternoon news conference, it was one of the most egregious and shocking documents of an American citizen. Being tortured to death by a police officer. One of the worst ever witnessed in history. History will judge us for how we responded to this tragedy. I don't get this sentence. History will judge us by how we responded to this tragedy. Do you mean the riots and the fires and the looting and the looting of innocent businesses, the burning of innocent businesses? Because yes, I do judge that response in a very negative way. I'll put it that way. I think the looting and all that was well beyond the pale of what should have been acceptable. Okay, history will judge us for how we responded to this tragedy. I don't get what he's trying to say there. I don't. So if somebody knows what he's trying to say there and wants to phrase it in a different way in the comments below, please let me know, because I don't like this sentence here. Crump applauded mayor and council members for the settlement, saying that Minneapolis was being washed in its darkest hours. Now the city can be a beacon of hope and light and change for cities across America and across the globe. Now, didn't Minneapolis cut their police budget by a tremendous amount and then suddenly said, oh crap, we need more cops, so they raised the budget back up? Minneapolis is not a beacon of hope for anybody. Okay, with the mayor standing by, Crump complimented the police reform since Floyd's death and urged further changes. I agree. Changes need to happen. Changes need to happen across the U.S. I'm going to be doing another video next week where I'm going to draft a mock bill of what I would like the House and the Senate to pass. Very simple. But Mayor Frey, you have our word, our voices, and our might to help you muscle through additional change that will transform policing in Minneapolis and hopefully policing in America. It's a once-a-generation opportunity to truly effectuate change. His nephew said he hopes the settlement changes the way policing is done. They're supposed to protect and serve. Had the officer de-escalated the situation, we're not here doing this press conference. George is still alive. True statement there. Holy cow. Guy doesn't want to get in the car. You want him in the car. Okay? And that's because you want him in the car is a reason to put your knee on his neck for 9 minutes. Now I understand the training materials say that putting your knee on somebody's neck is not does not require deadly force. It is not a use of deadly force. However, we've seen case after case of death being caused by the neck being right here on the side of the neck. So it is deadly force. And the only time it should be authorized is when deadly force is authorized. And it sure as hell was not authorized in this case. After a roughly 40-minute private meeting Friday, the city council members voted unanimously to approve the settlement. But again, this is the same city council that approved unanimously to cut the budget of the police, and then almost unanimous to bring it all back and increase it from what it was. $500,000 will be used for the benefit of the community around 38th in Chicago where he died. Are you going to repair the buildings that protesters burned? Is that what it's being used for? This is a deeply traumatic event that unfortunately is part of too many black and brown families' realities. No, let me make this clear. I did a video of a white guy the other day dying from, or I guess a week or two ago, about a white guy dying from the same thing. The problem is not a race problem. The problem is a police problem. The only cases that make the news and the media are the ones that involve race. But this is not a race problem. This is a police problem. Police across the board are horrible. That is where the reforms need to come, not some race-baiting crap. This is not race-based. It is a police problem. Could have major implications for the city and its police department whose fate hangs in the balance as some city leaders and community members still seek to replace it. That seems to have lost a lot of support. His family sued, so we're not going to get into the rest of the case. However, I do, again, this is massive. $27 million. Certainly not worth George Floyd's life. No, this doesn't replace George Floyd. He should not have died. They should not have done that. But holy cow, what a win for civil rights. $27 million. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end it there. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like, subscribe below, and have a fantastic day. Thank you.